Hi everybody, today I'm going to be doing a winter look. I've got beautiful colours which are around sort of deep brown tones and it reminds me of things that I love eating during the winter months. Things like apple crumble, custard, cinnamon, or mulled wine. It just reminds me of all that sort of time period. So I'm going to do a makeup look which is around those kind of brownish sort of tones on my face today. And if you're going to a Thanksgiving party or something this weekend or in the coming kind of week, if you've got some time off or something, it's perfect for that. It's perfect for a winter Christmas party or something if you're going to that. And also, it's a perfect kind of look if you are celebrating Thanksgiving this weekend and you are going to loads of parties. It's also perfect if you have an office party coming up for Christmas. And you can also kind of get away with this during Christmas as well as a Christmas kind of look. So I'm going to get started and start on my eyes first. This is a gorgeous palette by Pixi Beauty. It's part of their Pixi Pretties range. These are the kind of colours I was talking about that I love, which remind me of kind of this sort of season. Browns like this and also some glitter sparkle like this that I'm going to be using. So I'm going to get started with first priming my eyes. I'm going to be using Laura Mercier's Eye Basic here. This is a lovely kind of consistency. It's like a primer really, and I'm just going to put that all across my lids. I have already moisturized my face and I've also done my lashes as well in terms of curling them. So I'm just going to go on and just start applying this all across the eyelid. Then just with my fingers, I'm just going to blend that in. Now with a bit of powder, this is It by Pores powder. I love this one because it just diminishes the pores away. So I'm just going to take a small brush here and just run that all across my lids. I'm also going to go in and do my brows now with Benefit Cosmetics, and this is their brow palette. You guys have seen me use this before, so I'm just going to sort of shape them a little bit here and then just make them slightly darker towards the ends. So that's the brows down. Now let's get on with the shadow. First up, I'm going to be taking this softer sort of like peachy sort of colour, which is a mix of brown, and I'm going to just take that into my crease area. So just take that into the crease and start to softly sort of blend it out towards the end of the eye. Same with the other eye. And then just with a clean brush, just kind of blend that through, just to give it a bit of warmth on the crease. Now with the slightly darker version, I'm going to take that and I'm just going to literally put that into the crease. It's just a tad darker than the previous one that we added in. And then I'm also going to go in with the extremely dark version here and just add that on. I'm also going to take a bit of that shadow and just brush it across the rest of the lid, and this is the dark shadow because I want it on as a base. Now to give it a little bit more of a jazz, I'm going to add in, I think what I'm going to add in is this one all across the lid, and then this I'm going to put into the centre, and I'm literally just going to go into it with my finger. Now many times I'm asked the question, I am in my 40s and my eyes have wrinkles in them or lines in them, and when I wear glitter everything sort of shows up, so I just avoid wearing it altogether. What I would say to you is that if you kind of like are not comfortable doing that, definitely glitter and kind of like sparkly things are definitely going to show up that part of the lid. What I would say is that by putting in an undercoat of a matte sort of colour, it also starts to sort of diffuse away any of those kind of lines that you may have, especially with, I have them in my eyes as well. When I do add in the glitter, it does pop up, but then once the eyeliner and the lashes go on, it doesn't look as bad. So I think a lot of the time we might feel that they look like we've got lines in our eyes when we put glitter on, but actually that's probably just something that we're not comfortable with, and actually other people can't see that in us at all. I guess, you know, I love my lines, every single one of them on my face, but that's not going to stop me from wearing glitter. If anything, I want to wear it even more. So I think it's just a personal choice as to what you want to do. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the lighter version now and just put that on the lid. And you can see the difference that that's now making by just putting that onto the center of the lid. Just with my brush, I'm just gonna blend it all out. Not too much, just a little bit. I have just added in the lighter shade into the top of my kind of brow area here. Okay, I'm just going to get a clean brush now and just give it a final sort of like blend through for all the colours so that there's no any harsh lines. Okay, so that's my eyes done. Now I'm going to go in with eyeliner. I have got Rimmel's Scandaleyes here, and this comes in with a jumbo liquid eye pencil. And bring that up close and start in the middle and line out and get as possibly close as I can to my waterline so that there's absolutely no gaps. As I've aged and I've turned kind of 40 into my 40s, what I have started to notice is that my lid area has slightly dropped. So before, when I used to put on eyeliner, I wouldn't have to hold it up or anything like that, or stretch it out, or, you know, like this. What I find now is I have to kind of go like this to be able to see any of the gaps that are in my eyes when I'm putting my eyeliner on. And often at times, if I'm looking close into the mirror, I will kind of spread it out like this or just hold it up like this to make sure there's no gap. Sometimes what I've noticed, you know, when I've been doing my eyeliner previously, and this is when I started to notice that there was a change in my eye shape, I started to notice that there was a gap between kind of like the lash line and where my liner was, and that never used to happen to me. And so then what I started to do is kind of like raise my eye, or kind of pull it a little bit, and then sort of like make sure that I was really deep into kind of like the waterline area. So let's carry on with that and just start to map all those together. I always find that I have to keep my eye open in order to do my liner, because the shape of my eye just looks totally different when I close it and I sort of like put the liner on like this. I feel like I have to open it and see it for it to show, you know, exactly what my eyeliner is going to look like. And that's, if you're used to kind of doing it with your eyes closed, that's fine. Always just then do a double check and make sure what it looks like when your eye is open. That's the first eye done. Now for the second eye. Now for mascara, and I have the big Colossal by Maybelline. That's my mascara done. Now I'm going to start off with my base. So for my base, I have 7.7 in Honey by Tom Ford. It's a beautiful stick foundation, which I'm just going to work straight into my skin. This is my own personal one. Now I'm going in with a slightly warmer colour because I have been so pale in recent weeks, and I just want to go with something a little bit more warm. because my forehead is much more darker. Now, because I've warmed my skin up, I want to brighten it as well in certain areas, so I'm going to go in with a concealer now. And the one I have is an Yves Saint Laurent, it's a YSL one, and this is in shade 1. You just push up this little gadget and the concealer comes out. I'm just going to get a soft blending brush like this and just run that across here, slightly down here, blend it with the brush, and you can see how it's brightened up as opposed to this one. So that's my concealing done. I am not going to be putting on any contouring today. What I want to do is I'm going to set it with powder and then I'm going to go in and dusk it with some bronzer. So I've got my powder here by It Cosmetics. It's the pressed pore powder. And literally I'm just dusking it all over. So for bronzer, I am going to be using this one by Rimmel London, and this is their Gold to Glow bronzer, and that's what it looks like. Now with bronzing, you always need to do big scoops. So I'm going to bronze all around the face, not contour at all with it. So I've got a really big brush here and literally big scoops. I'm just going to intensify the eyeliner here a little bit now that it's dried. So that's done. So that's my bronzing done. Now for blusher, I'm going to go in with L'Oreal's blusher palette, and this is what it looks like. I'm going to go in with one of these, I think, or a mix of these two colours, and just smile. Blend that. I'm not going to be putting on any eyeliner in the bottom of my waterline, but I am going to layer it up with the mascara. So for lips, I've got the Rouge Baiser. I hope that's how you say it. It's a Rouge Baiser Paris, and this is in 02 Brun. And I'm just going to line my lips up with it. That is my liner done, and then for lipstick I'm going to go with Shawty by Fenty Beauty. Beautiful wintry sort of colour. That's the lipstick done, and I really love this this colour actually. It's such a different colour for me, but I just love it the way it kind of goes with the rest of the sort of eye makeup. It's really bold, really statement-y, but not too crazy. So it's not like a deep berry, but it's a lovely, beautiful, luscious brown, and it's really nice and creamy. Feels very luxurious. I've got this Sport FX Hit highlighter, really pretty palette actually, and actually I'm going to use it for the first time today. So I haven't used this one before or tested it out, but I thought I would go in with this colour here. Quite like that, it's quite subtle. Not in your face. And then I'm just going to take a little bit around the tip of my nose, and then just a little bit around the bridge here. Change my mind, I am going to put a bit of eyeliner in the eye, and I have here the Maybelline Master Smokey. Just going to put that in. This is not too intense, but it is a good one. This is my winter kind of day look to evening look. You can have it for a party, you can have it for Thanksgiving dinner, you can have it for any kind of festive period that's coming up, or you can just do it as a day-to-day kind of casual look. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Do stay tuned. It's coming up to Christmas. I'm going to be doing some really glamorous kind of looks for you. Can't wait to show you all of those things as well. You can leave your comments down below and let me know what you thought about this video, what other videos you want me to do, and also don't forget to hook me up on Instagram, where you'll follow behind the scenes footage, and on Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter as well. For now, wherever you are in the world, have a really lovely day, and for those that are coming up to celebrating Christmas, can't wait to kind of get into that vibe too. So I'll see you next time. Take care for now. Bye.